Oh boy, it's 2010, and we see Firebrand Games dipping their toes into the Wii market for their time being around the time. It's time we cover one of their games that they dipped into the Hot Wheels brand, called Hot Wheels Track Attack. Hot Wheels Track Attack was produced by Firebrand Games and was been published by THQ, which in reality was the same publishers who published various games which were from Nickelodeon, like the SpongeBob SquarePants movie and Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. Hot Wheels Track Attack is an arcade-style racing video game. The gameplay of Hot Wheels Track Attack revolves around the player racing a Hot Wheels car in a variety of events in order to unlock new cars, tracks, and events. This format follows the simulation of Hot Wheels Beat That from 2007. Players will start with a small section of cars to race, with a limited number of events to complete it. But as players progress through the game and earn medals for completing events, they unlock new cars, tracks, and events. Every racetrack in the game has blue tokens scattered throughout each track. Players can collect these tokens by driving over them and can use them to buy additional upgrades for their cars. The in-game racetracks are filled with elements such as ramps, loops, and obstacles. The obstacles are the swirly swirl, where they will make your car spin out of control, and there's a danger sign with an exclamation mark saying that if you drive over them, your car will go out of control or get slowed down, which were made to resemble actual Hot Wheels toys. Reception of the game was a positive score from Gaming XP, while Cube 3 gave the game a mixed score. I mean, wow. Just wow. Track Attack's Car Garage features various cars that nobody isn't familiar with, especially those that we're familiar with. Basically, they got some retro callbacks from previous games alongside with new call-ins, part of the Hot Wheels toy line. Pretty much. So here were the cars that returned and were picked to join Track Attack: Bone Shaker, 16 Angels, The Governor, Shark Cruiser, Jaded, the Roger Dodger, Power Rage, Mega Duty, Natural Door Slammer, and Synchro. But also have other castings like Assault, Buzz Bomb, Cockney Cat 2, Diora 2, Nerve Hammer, Ultra Rage, Croc Rod, Fast Feline, Shift Kicker, 1/4 Mile Coupe, Custom Auto, HW40, Bad Mother 2, Doing It Up, F1 Racer, Twin Mill 3, Urban Agent, Whipped Creamer 2, Pentagram Shift, Solar Reflex, Prototype H24, Nightburner, Dragon Tail, Amazon, and Impavo 1. In multiplayer mode, some cars are playable only for multiplayer. Several Hot Wheels castings were shown but were not playable in the game. These castings included Torque Twister, Diesel Boy, and Drift Cane. That Drift Cane and Diesel Boy have been chosen, and they returned after Turbo Driver and Hot Wheels Beat That, while Torque Twister is brand new and would later be cast in the later Hot Wheels game later on by 2013. Now the game was developed exclusively for the Wii and Nintendo DS, and despite this, it was actually well received. Though the game can be a little repetitive, but it's still fun whenever. And I believe that Track Attack is the greatest Hot Wheels game for kids and for everyone all to enjoy. I mean, I could encourage you guys to try out the game. Could you? You can get the Dolphin emulator and a DS emulator and try it out if you want. And besides, it could be very fun. Also, what's also unique is that Hot Wheels Track Attack brings back the Hot Wheels Stunt Track driver element that had been pulled in the later Hot Wheels games. Track Builder. For each scenario environment, players can build and save 3 custom tracks. Players start by drawing the basic shape of their track, which will consist of a straight track, small curves, and possibly bridges. After completing a circuit race, players can add different pieces of track, such as loops, corkscrews, and more. The player can also choose the drawing tool to change the basic shape of the track. The player can test or race on their track anytime after completing the circuit. Pretty cool, I think. This is a pretty cool concept at this point. Hot Wheels Track Attack engine is been powered by Octane, which is an in-house engine created by Firebrand Games. And the Octane engine was only being used for the Wii version, while the DS version would continue to use the same type of engine that was implemented from Need for Speed Undercover and Need for Speed Nitro. Though not bad, but hey, pretty much that's about it. Now let's take a look at let's compare the Wii version and the DS version. Now personally, I think the Wii version is very praisable, and it's literally great in the Octane engine on the Wii. I mean, it's a great cartoony art style. Pretty much reminds me of Need for Speed Nitro on the Wii. Though, yeah, it is completely, wow, I cannot believe it. The game is actually gorgeous and awesome. And it's on the Wii? Wow, pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. This 2010 was where the Firebrand Games dipped their toes into the Wii market with Trackmania and Hot Wheels Track Attack. And then later on in Need for Speed The Run, which in reality was the last, which in reality was probably the last Wii game title to be produced for the Wii. After that, it was on to the Wii U. Hot Wheels Track Attack can be played on the regular Wii console, Dolphin emulator, and on the DS emulator and Melon DS. So at this point, I give Hot Wheels Track Attack a 8 out of 10. True, it can be a little bit repetitive, but it has this arcade style feel in it. And also, it kind of reminds me a lot good of Hot Wheels Beat That. Though despite Hot Wheels Beat That, it's also on the Wii as well. It does have, so yeah. Also throughout the racetracks on Track Attack, there's pretty much animated elements that are into the game. Like we get to see spiders and sharks blocking off each track, which causes a little bit of trouble for for every racer. But hey, it's just all part of the fun. As for tokens, they are very useful to helping upgrade your car to be fast. And I mean very fast. And let's not forget about Stunt City, where a robot is terrorizing the city and breaking things apart. Very cool and very awesome. And the soundtrack, yowie zowie, it is so much awesome. The music is a lot of a banger and it's very much fun. But still, I think everyone needs to check it out. So in conclusion, Hot Wheels Track Attack is a cool game for everyone to play, and it resembles actual Hot Wheels toys with obstacles, ramps, and loops. Now, however, Track Attack does have limitations though. So why what do you mean limitations? Well, according to the Hot Wheels wiki, that there was some trivias in the game. Whipped Creamer 2 is referred as Whipped Creamer 2. Then on multiplayer screen, where a player selects how many players will race, several Hot Wheels castings are shown, but were not playable in the game, like the following that I just listed. Another thing, from the DS version, some of the cars were cut. The following were Peregrine Shift, Power Rage, Solar Reflex, Prototype H24, Nightburner, Mega Duty, Nitro Door Slammer, Synchro, Dragon Tail, Amazoom, and Impavo 1, just to name a few, which were cut and absent from the DS version. Probably due to the fact that the DS hardware can't handle more car rosters. So, pretty understandable, I think. So yeah, if you guys want to see more of the Hot Wheels arcade feel, this is where you'll want to go to. Hot Wheels Track Attack. Funnily enough, there's something that you guys should all know. One of the car castings. There was a car casting that been produced. Oops. And that being the Custom Auto. The Custom Auto is basically a muscle car on the artwork from the original Hot Wheels packaging from 1968. And this casting referred to as the Lost Redline in years past, which was later been resurrected in 2008 for Hot Wheels' 40th anniversary. The car was created by Larry Wood from the original artwork by artist Otto Kanuri and named Custom Auto in honor of Otto. It made an appearance in the movie film The Christmas Chronicle at this point. So out of all car roster or casting in Track Attack, the Custom Auto is the only Hot Wheels car casting that was part of this point, which was released in 2008. At least it kept the red wheels with red slicks on them to resemble the original custom known Hot Wheels cars from 1968. Though I do like all the design liveries though. Very, very cool, I think. And so yeah, very pretty much in conclusion, I really praise Track Attack, and I really hope everyone else will play it for their time being. I do see some people still playing it, so that means it's not completely dead, as it still has great sensitive of speed, and also with the announcer. Wow, I do like the announcer's voice. When there's a race countdown, he said "floor it," and when you're racing around corkscrews and loops, he's saying "unreal." unstoppable and outrageous. And when you're doing these jumps, he says insane air, sweet jump, and more. So that's the most part of the game. It kind of brings me back the Hot Wheels Be Fat vibe into it, and the corkscrews and the loops kind of make sense because what's the point of having Hot Wheels if you don't have any corkscrews or loops? The whole thing about Hot Wheels is about you can use the Hot Wheels cars for racing and stunting. So yes, it's true. You can race them or stunt them. So I suggest you check out Hot Wheels Track Attack for the Wii and the DS from THQ and Firebrand Games. Hot Wheels, the fastest metal cars you've ever seen, and up for today and forever be known from Mattel. True, Mattel may be hated because of the fact that they ruined certain stuff, of like Thomas and Barbie and such, but they never hurt Hot Wheels. It's still Hot Wheels is still Hot Wheels we know for today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about Hot Wheels Track Attack? Do you remember playing it as a kid? Do you remember having a Wii console or a DS console and got Hot Wheels Track Attack for Christmas or for your birthday? Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, stay tuned.